name's Nisreen and I'm the speech pathologist that's been involved in designing and delivering the TICL program. It's a very different role to what traditional speech pathologists might have, where they might work one-on-one with children and just children with language difficulties. So in this program I get a chance to build the capacity for all children by using and working with the skills of the early childhood professionals in their setting.
My name's Dr. Tricia McCabe. I'm a speech pathologist and I work for the University of Sydney as a lecturer and as a researcher. So my research interests are in how to improve treatments and interventions for young children with communication disorders. And so that's how I got involved in the TICL project. TICL is a partnership between the university and BCRG, and in that partnership we said, well, what do childcare workers want? What does the research literature say they need to be able to do, and what skills can we offer? So it was sort of a big review of the current situation. And then we held focus groups to find out what both the early childcare workers themselves and also their managers, to find out what they wanted out of this idea that training everybody would help the children with a disability and the children without a disability.
My name is Therese. I'm an early childhood teacher trained and I've been working in early childhood for 20 years. I think the TICL program was a wonderful opportunity for us to grow as individual professionals and as a team. I think it gave us an insight, and I think it will continue to give us an insight into how we can develop children's communication literacy skills and how we can encourage families to become actively involved. And I don't think they realise how important their role is in the development of their child's communication skills.
My name's Maria and my qualification is Certificate 3 and I've been in the childcare industry for 15 years now.
My name is Sok. I'm a Certificate 3 as well and I've been in childcare for almost 5 years now.
Well, we got involved with our centre about a year ago, yeah. And it's really given me like a lot of resources to enrich our children at our centre. We've seen a lot of children that were reserved by the end of the year. You know, they were talking and interacting through this program. It's really helped our centre, our room, and even me as a carer.
My name's Pauline. I'm an associate diploma. I've worked in childcare for 17 years with children ranging from 2 to 6 years. So it helped over that period that we were doing it to create skills that we wouldn't just be using while we were doing the TICL program, that we would continue to use because it became part of our everyday practice.
It's very important. We get a lot of information about how this program has been able to enhance the way that we work together. Something that has been really, really important for the success of this program has been the recognition of existing skills and the ability for speech pathologists to go in before they start any program and observe the existing skills of early childhood professionals. Once you do that, speech pathologists will have a lot more to be able to work from and understand the learners that they're dealing with and giving them practical advice on the ground. So that, to me, have been the learnings that have been very important to our profession and the collaboration with the early childhood profession as well.
It gave the staff and myself an opportunity for us to reflect on our skills. We were able to focus on what we were doing, why we were doing it and how we were doing it and what the benefits were for the children.
I think it was important because, as I said, it was something that was incorporated into our daily routine in an environment that we were already familiar with. It wasn't introducing a whole bunch of new things that we had to get our head around. It was more supporting what we were already doing.
One of the things that we learned early in the research is that childcare workers feel undervalued. They feel like, you know, me as a speech pathologist or somebody else comes in, we say do this, do that, and that their skills aren't recognised. So part of the TICL process is recognising the existing skills that they have and encouraging them to share those skills with other people in the centre. And so they've really got this opportunity to recognise their own talents and also to share those talents. And so we, improve self-esteem amongst the childcare workers and an understanding that they can network amongst themselves to improve their skills. They don't need an outsider to come in to do that.
It's a great opportunity for growth and development as professionals to actually focus on particular skills that we needed to work on and improve at, and how we could do things better. Often you get into a bit of a rut, and the opportunity to utilise the TICL program and the skills audit was an opportunity for us to sit back and say, hey, we do this really well, and maybe we don't do this really well, so that's something we could look at improving at. And I think that gave us the opportunity. And I think also it gave staff the opportunity to think about what they actually do on a day-to-day basis, and we take for granted because you don't sit back and think, oh, we just did that. And I think the TICL program and the skills audit allowed us to be able to do that on a regular basis.
The program also has 1-hour booster sessions once a week where the skills are introduced, and there are opportunities for whole teams to meet and discuss and plan new ways that they may incorporate their skills in everyday routines.
Nizarine will come to our centre. We'll have the boost sessions, and she'll engage in a lot of our morning activities and our group times.
It made the program something that we're really excited about, and something that we each week were looking forward to, and each week we found that we were getting a lot of benefit out of. And we also noticed that every day we were becoming more aware of the skills that we were already using. So it was something that was also a really good self-esteem booster for us.
So we've done 10 centres with the TICL program, and we've been refining and modifying it. We've now got a program that we're very comfortable with. We know it works because we've tested both the skills of the childcare workers, and also we've tested the children to see if they've improved in their literacy and in their understanding of how stories work and those sorts of skills. And the kids have improved. So we know that the program works, and we've got it into pretty much its final form.
One of the biggest improvements that we've been able to see in the TICL program has been the enhanced relationship and collaboration between speech pathologists and early childhood professionals. The other thing that we've seen is when early childcare professionals feel more confident and have the resources and the skills available to support the language and literacy of children, then that affects the children as well. So we have seen a lot of improvements in the outcomes for children.
It gave us the opportunity to explore our skills and focus on what we can do to help children and families, particularly as we work in an area where English is a second language, and a lot of families really want to come in. They want their children to learn English. Quite often the children would have a problem in the home language, and that would quite upset the families, and they would be looking for other people to help and support them.
And an example of where I've seen a change in what's happening in a centre, one of the early centres we were testing the children. We tested them beforehand and we tested them after. And I noticed a couple of really important changes. One was, before we did the training, the childcare workers would ask the children lots of questions. So they would say, what's this, what's that, what colour is it, what do you use it for, and so forth. And then when the children gave an answer, they would say, yes, that's right. And so it was almost like a little test for the kids. When we went back 11 or 12 weeks later, those same childcare workers were then saying, what's this? And the child would say it, and then they'd say, yeah, I've got one at home, and they would have a conversation with the child. So this change from firing questions, interrogation style, to having a conversation, we know that that difference would make a difference to that child's development of their language skills. That was fabulous.
This program is not only important to me, but it's important to the speech pathology profession and the early childhood profession.
I think the TICL program is a very excellent way of looking at communication and literacy skills. I would like to see the TICL program and some of its content made more widely available. I think we take for granted that communication is important about what we do every single day, and we don't utilise the importance and the value of it in everyday skills and practices that we do with children and with other adults.
It's made me like a better carer, and just be aware of those children, like we said, like the ones that are reserved, and just to build up their confidence a bit more.
And if we can get the childcare workers to have the best set of skills they can have, then they're going to provide the best possible environment for the kids, and those kids will start school running instead of crawling.